So we're here today to celebrate 10 years of CSONS, and we thought it'd be fun to do a little interview. And one of our lovely old employees, Livvy Yeadon, now kind of does this for a living. She's interviewed some pretty superstar people over the years. And so I messaged her the other day to say, do you fancy interviewing us for our 10th birthday? And she came, which was amazing. So Livvy's on the camera and doing the questions. And then we've managed to all get together, all four bros. Josh is here.
In Japan.
Josh is in Japan via live video feed. So enjoy the questions and answers. Hopefully we're a bit entertaining. And happy 10 years, everybody. That's right.
10 years ago, four brothers decided to take a massive leap of faith, and after following your own path, you decided to come together, build a franchise, build a restaurant. First of all, how does it feel hearing it's been 10 years?
Tiring.
Crazy.
It's pretty amazing.
It's phenomenal.
To think that, well, theoretically, a restaurant business is one of the toughest businesses to crack, and to still be here 10 years on and still growing is, we're pretty excited. It's a good achievement, isn't it?
I mean, you've all followed your own paths as well and done different things. So I'd imagine that you'd have some very successful businesses on your own. Why did you want to come together? And, all of your families are also involved in this franchise. What was so important about building it together?
I think we're really lucky that we've got a complementary skill set. So everyone sort of complements each other. That Jab's front of house, super charming, really nice. I'm pretty good in the kitchen, and I like maths and accounting. Ruben's phenomenal at marketing. Josh, obviously, super chef. And I think we're really lucky. We sort of have each other's backs, where one person might be a bit weaker, the other person's stronger.
Yeah, and I think our upbringing's got quite a lot to do with the fact that we ended up working together as well, because we spent a lot of our childhood sort of travelling around the world and living in all these amazing countries like Peru and Pakistan and Venezuela. And I think because we were almost away from our home country, we probably bonded closer as brothers. And so, working together, and we've always been just really tight and close, and it just kind of made sense to do something together when we had the opportunity.
Yeah, we kind of did a lot of working together before as well.
We had a catering company. We used to do a few events and stuff like that.
A catering company, but also like Pizza Express and ASK, and when we were younger, so we kind of had worked together quite a lot before.
Yeah, so you knew it was going to be a success once you all. What was the first dish that you guys had made that you knew was going to be on the menu?
Was it shawarma or not?
No,
that wasn't it. No.
Was that later? I thought that was there. That's all I think of is when I think CSONS is shawarma. So.
Next course is the main course, chicken shawarma. Shawarma! Okay, here's my sheet. Brilliant.
I think not that we knew we were going to make it, but lemon yum was one of them, which was
mother's recipe.
So your mum's recipe?
Every Sunday roast, we'd have a massive bowl of lemon yum and get involved. And it had to go on the menu.
I feel like everyone loves that as well. I remember when I worked as a waitress, they used to ask for that one all the time.
Yeah, it's still on the menu.
Well, on and off now. It used to be a permanent, but it does come on and off a bit.
Got some very angry regular customers when it's not on.
I know.
Raging.
What's been your favourite dish that you've served over the years, or is there one that makes you stand out and makes you feel a bit nostalgic and proud?
That's really tricky. There's so many great dishes. Yeah, go on, Josh.
Go on, Josh. Sandwich was one that came to mind.
Yeah, I thought about that. The Isamu sandwich. It's great. Named after Josh's son, Isamu.
Oh.
A nice blend of Japanese and Shropshire.
based on the Reuben sandwich, but
It was, It was like a take on a Reuben sandwich that became the Isamu.
Have you got sandwiches named after you?
No, the Reuben sandwich is a world famous sandwich.
Oh, okay.
But it's from the American Jewish community.
Okay.
And basically.
What's in it?
Sauerkraut.
Pastrami.
Sometimes they put cheese on it as well, don't they?
Yeah.
And rye bread.
Oh, okay, nice. If you could go back 10 years, so 10 years later, if you go back 10 years and give yourself some advice, you're about to start the business, what would you guys say?
don't take anything personally. Literally, the wisest words I say to myself.
I thought he was going to say, don't do it.
Too late now, mate. But yeah, just literally, just don't. You can't take anything personally. Whether it's everyone has different lives with the staff and stuff like that, you can't take it like personally against yourself if they move on, if you have problems with them, anything. You just got to move on really quickly because you've got another how many people you have to deal with. So it just makes life a lot easier if you can just. I'm not the best at staying calm, as we all know. But yeah, thank you, Joshua. But yeah, just got to stay nice and peaceful and calm and not take it personally. So, yeah.
Sound words, chaps.
Yeah, it's good advice.
Like it.
Funny, I live by it.
I think if we go down a business perspective, I'd say that staying on top of your accounts, this is a really boring answer, but one thing, right in the early days, we kind of just got on and did stuff and got on with the business, and we were making food, and it was all about the food and making a happy place to come and eat. And we didn't really get super professional with being on top of our accounts probably for a couple of years, and knowing where you're at from a day-to-day basis with your actual business side of things was if we'd done that a couple of years earlier, who knows where we'd be 10 years on. Yeah.
Who does the numbers?
Ben generally.
I was going to say, I was on top of the accounts.
Right in the early days.
And then we have
different.
And Dad overviews the accounts and tells us where we're going wrong regularly.
He loves the spreadsheet.
Yeah, well, he's a shareholder, Dad, as well.
So. Oh, is it? Oh, see, it's such a family business. I mean, all of your families are involved in it. It's amazing. Have you guys ever had a kitchen disaster that's been so bad that it's kind of turned legendary?
Go on, Josh.
Josh had a beautiful one.
But probably the worst thing I ever did was nearly burn down the catering unit. And, I don't really know what happened. I had to confit some partridge overnight, and I turned the oven up to melt the fat, and then just totally forgot to turn it down. And I was coming in late in the morning. I arrived at work, and the whole place was black, and there was smoke, and yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But luckily there was no fire, you see.
Who was your first call in the morning when you found that it was almost burnt down?
I think my wife was the first to come in, Miyoshi, and she opened the door, and apparently there was just smoke everywhere, and she phoned me up. And I remember maybe I did. Yeah, and then I went back to bed because obviously, I don't know, it was lockdown. We were drinking quite a lot. I was like, well, I'll have a few drinks that night because everything was good, ready for the next day. And then it wasn't, because then we had to change the whole. Well, we didn't change the whole dish. We just had to get some chicken in, didn't we? And go that way. But it was a bit of a shame. I felt sad for the partridge, really, because they were beautiful birds.
I think I can trump you.
Oh, go on then.
I've never gone down in service, so no proper kitchen disasters. But back in the early days, we're obviously really busy. I think we've been going for about 2 years, and we're trying to build the business. And we also did wedding catering outside of it. And we had this wedding planned, and it was booked for a Saturday date. And somewhere along the lines, they'd emailed to say they moved the wedding to a Wednesday, which I had replied to, but didn't change any of the other paperwork. We met the couple, 4 days before their wedding, and spoke about it. Had all the next Saturday's date on it. And then I was at home with my 2-year-old daughter on a Wednesday. Got a phone call. Where are you? It's our wedding day. It's absolutely horrible. I've never felt so sick.
Oh.
I couldn't do anything. It actually makes me feel sick thinking about it now.
And I was like, no, this is bullshit. I can't believe this. It's not for another week or so. And but yeah, saying that, it was also one of the best days of my life, because we went from having nothing ready for a wedding or anything to managing to cater for 120 people in about 2 hours worth of prep, and it was unbelievable.
What happened? What, you just went into?
We just shut the restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Everyone, all hands on deck. Let's go.
Well,
but I couldn't do anything because I was stuck at home with a 2-year-old.
And you're there watching it happen. And you're like,
it's awful. No, apologies to that couple.
Yeah, not our finest hour.
No, definitely not. Morning, Jeff. You can sit in your usual spot.
Sit there like that.
So
One of our regulars has just walked in and we're taking up his space.
your restaurant, you have a fusion of different dishes and different ingredients, and that's what makes this place so magical. Has there been any ingredient that you've tried to incorporate and perhaps is just immediately regretted?
I'm not regretted. I did grind my teeth when someone ordered some black quinoa that tastes exactly the same as quinoa, and it's 5 times the price.
Oh no.
But no, we haven't got any rich, because we'll try everything first before. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been
We don't get
a
much
few
stuff.
times we've tried things, like special mystery menus from around the world. Like Pop's Dessert, we have a few mysteries back, and it was just a total fail, so
Yeah.
it just all goes in a bin.
Start
Back to
again.
the drawing board, so if it doesn't work, it's not served.
Yeah, there's not one ingredient that sort of springs to mind that's
Yeah.
killed a dish, but we've had the odd chili accident where we've overspiced a few things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's been a lot more people are falling in love with cooking. There's been a lot more film and TV programs around it. You've got The Bear, you've got Burns, you've now got Clarkson's Farm, which has now turned into a bit of a restaurant. If you guys could have your journey, your restaurant journey, be a movie, what would you have it called, and who would play you?
Does it have to be a real movie, or can we make one up?
You can make one up. Make one up, please.
Come on, chaps.
Someone's going to be called Schwamication for the Nation.
Swarmication for the nation.
Educating people about different foods and stuff. So I go for journey. And obviously Denzel Samuel would have to play me because they're the only guys cool enough to do it. So.
Denzel.
Denzel.
As a Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
That's how cool Jabs is.
That's how cool I am, mate.
What about you, Josh?
Some roll on the holiday, because I just remember being at work like for days upon end thinking, when's the holiday coming? So that was that. And yeah, I was going to be Hugh Jackman, because apparently I look like Hugh Jackman.
I thought maybe a bit of the A team.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
obvious
that would
there's
be
4, but we'd have to call ourselves the C team, which
Yeah.
I don't think is what we are.
Well, they some people would argue.
I'd say I'm a mix of all 4 of them.
No.
Maybe. Yeah, we all are. I don't think one's a Murdoch, one's a BA or whatever. It's a bit of a mixture. But we do complement each other as a team, like they do.
I ain't getting on the plane.
You did, mate. You did get on a plane.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there's so many memories to look back on over the 10 years, but what has been a specific achievement or moment that's really stuck out to you guys?
My favourite one is we had a cob nut named after us.
Oh yeah.
Cob nut's like a hazelnut.
Oh.
But yeah, so we had a couple of different varieties of crossbred,
Yeah.
and the guy called it a CSON.
Good old Billy.
Billy, so one of our suppliers.
That's great.
So yeah, that's my favourite one.
Do you get 10%?
No.
I don't know, there's no one point or anything. There's lots, every day we sort of look back, grateful,
Yeah.
happy, the staff, the customers, there's lots done well.
Got to be quite proud of.
For me,
I'm proud of some of how well we've had staff, and they're quite young and they're still with us, and they've progressed massively, and in charge now of doing shifts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's really nice for us to see them kind of grow.
For me, the people that's customers and staff. They're the people that make it for me and that motivate me. And
Yeah.
when I look back and think about happy moments, it's when cool things have happened either with the team or just feedback from customers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also not forgetting suppliers.
Oh yeah, and the suppliers.
We've got a great relationship.
Yeah, I guess you forget that's some of my best mates now.
I think we've helped build some small businesses as well.
Over the Green Cafe now. For me, that was quite a big thing, because obviously I kind of learned a lot about being a chef there, and then having Clive come back to us and ask us to take it over. That was quite a proud moment, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
It's also getting through lockdown. That was
Yeah.
massive.
I so enjoyed lockdown. Not
Did
gonna
you?
lie, I loved it. It's just we all got to work again together, so which
Yeah.
we hadn't been doing for quite a long time because all the restaurants were split off.
Yeah.
So it's really nice for me, like to back working with boys.
Arguments.
No, they were to start with. There was some major rows to start with, and then it all calmed down.
Getting through lockdown was a proper achievement. I think within about 2 weeks of lockdown kicking in, the original lockdown, we were sending food out as meal kits to people. And
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad from nothing. So I can't remember how much money we were doing, but we were paying for all our wages and stuff like that, which is quite an achievement. So, because obviously for lockdown we weren't getting paid. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to a point in the peak of that first lockdown, we were doing roughly 300 to 350
meals,
meals a week.
Yeah.
3-course meals.
Wow. Yeah.
kept us going.
That's quite fun. Yeah, it was. Yeah, but that was.
It gave everyone a bit of like sense of going out, I suppose, because they've got a fancy meal to cook.
Yeah, it was.
And if I delivered, they got to see my beautiful face
Yeah.
as well, so they were well
Cherry on
happy.
top.
Like that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I kept ordering.
It's been a moment that's been quite challenging that you've had to overcome, but I suppose it's been lockdown and the wedding, but
Yeah,
it's the wrong date.
there's been big staff changes up in Shrewsbury where half the team left all at the same time. That was quite tricky. And a push.
Just my family was really proud opening up Ludlow, but it's quite hard because obviously all the family just went.
Yeah.
So that was for me probably the hardest bit since we've been open.
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone's got your back, and then it's something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the industry is naturally quite a hard, tough industry to be in, and just it's
It's the continual grind.
it doesn't quite feel it. Basically, since lockdown in particular, it's just felt a bit more brutal. There's something new hitting you as a business every kind of things that are beyond your control as well, that have financial implications. Like
Yeah.
We are getting shut off.
the national,
The opportunity.
like the national insurance thing lately, which that hit really hard because of just the industry we're in. It was like I think industry like people that are on lower wages that are part time, they all got that national insurance change made a big difference, and I think hospitality was certainly probably hit harder than some businesses with that. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, what else? Flooding just before lockdown, that was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That's
I love how we've forgotten about.
I was going to say, you guys must, having the place just on the river, I mean, it's beautiful in the summer and in the winter, but you must have that issue, and you must always kind of have that in the back of your head. Is it, are we going to be open today? What was that moment like when you walked in, and how high was it?
It was inside. It got to about 1.5 foot. It was white. So that was it was February the 12th, I think.
Good memory.
Still scarred and imprinted. Yeah.
February the 12th, 2020. It might have been the 18th, but it was there or thereabouts. And we just walked in. Well, we thought we'd be all right. I don't know. We hadn't experienced it getting quite that high before.
Yeah.
And before we knew it, it was all inside. We didn't have proper defences then either. And so we lost about 15 grand's worth of equipment overnight. And then somehow managed. It was really nice actually. Loads of local people.
That's a proud one.
Yeah,
The whole community came.
Literally,
so.
all our old staff. We had like a gardening team. A local gardener came with all his team, and we completely gutted the whole building, cleaned it all up, sanitised it all, and we were open again in 2 days.
Wow.
Without all the kit because that died. So yeah.
It must have felt quite emotional that the whole community turned up for
It was.
family.
Yeah. It was amazing. Really, really amazing.
Really nice.
Yeah, and then we got open again, and then had about 2 weeks of normal business before COVID started kicking in. So we went into COVID. We'd literally spent all our money.
Yeah.
We had nothing in the bank because we'd had to get reopened again. So we bought new dishwashers and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And got reopened again, and then got shut down. Thanks.
But now look at you now. You've now got your pizza place also in Ludlow. You do your weddings. You've got 2 restaurants.
Yeah.
Where would you like to see CSONS go, like in 10 years' time? Is it a massive franchise, or are you happy with where you're at now?
Wow.
Franchise it if we're going to start.
No, I think for us, we've never. Well, in the original business plan, actually, if you read the original business plan, says to create a business that can sustain the 4 brothers, and we've achieved that. And I think now, look, we're all getting a bit older. You see the grey hair. I wasn't grey when we started CSONS.
I'm no longer grey.
I've had the age.
But I think we've never wanted to have this huge, great 200 restaurant chain, and also I think for what we do wouldn't be feasible in that scenario anyway. So, but yeah, I think we just want to get to a stage where we've got enough restaurants, which we don't think is many more than what we've got, that the money that's coming in will be enough to basically finance purchasing a site as opposed to renting. And I think that's kind of our goal is to think about retirement and how do we retire out of this rather than just selling a small business and hopefully making some money out of that, potentially having some long-term income out of a rental, which I don't know, But yeah, so I don't know where we're aiming. Maybe 3 CSONS and 3 pizza restaurants, something like that.
Wow, okay.
So
more pizza restaurants.
So we're nearly over halfway
Pizza's
now.
so much easier to run.
Is it? Yeah, I can imagine.
I think that'll do.
I think we're all happy with that scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just final question. What makes CSONS so special? That brings the communities together.
I think it's love, isn't it?
Love. It is
We
love.
love our ingredients. We love catering for people. We love our staff.
Yeah.
That's it. And we love each other.
Yeah, well, because when we first opened, we obviously we brainstormed what we were trying to achieve at the restaurant, and it's partly how the mystery menu came along as well. That we didn't want it to be a restaurant; we wanted it to be like coming to us for dinner, and that was. So I think just that thought process of making it a homely feel, and focusing really heavily on making sure that when people are here, they get looked after and they're happy, and it's a bit of a laugh, it's a bit of fun. I mean, the big thing about us that sets us apart from a lot of places is that we focus really, really hard on sourcing from small local independent suppliers. I think just that sort of then involves you in the community and the local food community, and lots of them are our customers as well. They come and eat here. We buy their product, and it just naturally brings you into the community and makes it what it is.